Are you sure you can make the journey?
It is not that far, and will you let me lean on you? For the urn, any pain is worth enduring.
Could you answer some questions for me first?
All right. What is on your mind?
Did you know anything about the knights who were sent to look for you?
Yes, of course. How could I forget? Eirik said they were ambushed, some killed, a few brought back to Haven to be questioned. He was so self-righteous about it, so smug. He seemed pleased that he had tortured and murdered these men.
Eric's not going to bother anyone else for a while.
Good. Eirik and his fellows were a blemish in the Maker's sight. If the Maker would even deign to look upon this world, that is. Let's just talk about something else now, shall we?
Haven, it's a little odd, isn't it?
Well, it wasn't exactly what I expected it to be.
What do you know about Haven and its people?
They call themselves the Disciples of Andraste, and they are very, very devoted. One could say fanatically so. They must be here to protect the urn, but they speak of Andraste as though she was still alive.
They must be talking about the urn, then.
I thought so at first, but I'm not so sure anymore. Was there something else you wanted to discuss?
So why does Haven have revered fathers?
I do not know. When the Chantry was established, it was decided that only female priests would ever be ordained. It is possible that the villagers, the disciples of Andraste, predate the Chantry and so have no knowledge of the Chantry's rules.
What were the villagers doing with you?
They seemed intent on finding out personal information about me, where I grew up, things like that.
Sounds like they were planning to place a fake Genitivi in Denerim.
How do you know?
There was an imposter Wayland at your house.
An imposter? What happened to the real Wayland?
I'm sorry, but he's dead.
Oh, poor Wayland. I should never have dragged you into this. Maker take you into his hands, my boy.
I'm sorry, brother.
He believed in me, even when I lost faith in myself. I will honor his memory. Was there something else you wanted to say?
No, I'll be back soon. Give me a moment. Alright, just want to take a quick look around here before he leads us up into the mountains. Ah, locked chest. Oh, Liliana, always laughing. Okay. Now I think we're ready.
Ah, you're back. Well?
Let's see. Guess we need to show him the medallion again.
Yes, that is your key. Take me to the mountainside, and I will show you.
Alright, let's leave now.
Ah, good. Help me up here. I'll try not to slow us down. Here we are. Give me the medallion, and let's see if I remember. Yes, you see, it can be manipulated, just like this. And there. A key to open the way.
How did you know how to do that?
There are very few keys like this left in the world, but I have seen some. When you find the right combination, it just feels right. It is hard to explain. Now, let's see if we can open this door. There should be a place to insert this. Oh, what I would give to have seen this hall in all its splendor, as it was meant to be. Still, sweep away the ice and the snow, and traces of beauty remain.
We need to stay alert now, brother.
I'm sorry, what? I was a little distracted, I apologize. These carvings were created just after Andraste's death, and they may reveal things about her life that we do not yet know. I think I need more time to study these statues and carvings.
You want to stay here? Is it safe?
I could not keep up with you with my injuries. I should be safe. I don't think there are any villagers here. Go, I will be all right. Perhaps my destiny was only to lead you to the Anne.
Is there anything else I need to know about this temple?
It was designed to protect the Anne from those who would steal it or do harm to it, namely the Tevinter Imperium.
What sort of dangers are we talking about here?
I'm not sure. The legends were never very specific on that point. Only the faithful shall lay eyes on the sacred ashes. Death and misfortune await the unbeliever. The Maker's gaze has fallen on Andraste's final resting place. He weeps for his beloved, and his wrath at her betrayers endures.
So, it is the wrath of the Maker that strikes men down here.
That is what the legend says, and the Maker may indeed watch this place. Read between the lines, however, and you'll understand that it is merely a simple truth draped in hyperbole and metaphor. After all, no one wants to hear, Willie toiled for many a year to perfect the curious mechanisms that would send a sharpened spike up the arse of the unwary intruder.
Good point. Traps, then.
I think my decision to stay here was the best one, don't you?
Well said. Try not to get into trouble.
I'll be right here if you need me. Now I need something to write on.
Genitivi's a cool guy, I think.
Ah, an untouched treasure. What wonders await us here?
So, this Temple of Andraste serves as the large dungeon. So I'll be clearing it out and get back to you. Okay, we have blasted our way through the Andraste Temple, and right at the very top of the temple is a break in the wall, and it leads actually into what looks like a dragon's nest. And so we've been fighting small baby dragons all the way through here, and we come to a fork in the road here, and this is something that I actually missed the first time I played through the game, so I just want to make sure that you guys know when you play through this. This fork in the road, unlike, there's been some previous forks in the temple, but they always converge back onto the same place. For example, you can take a left or a right path in the previous map, and you'll just end up both coming to this point. But here, there are two different areas. Left goes off towards the top of the mountains, and basically onward to the end of the quest. Right will take you to a dragon hatchery that the cult is currently using. And you get some sweet items up this way, including, I think, the only sword that in the game that is designed specifically for arcane warriors. It's called the Spellweaver, I believe. So there's some sweet items this way that you probably don't want to miss, so make sure that you go right first, as opposed to my usual convention, which is to go left first. Alright, so here's the hatchery. Actually, I misspoke. The items I'm thinking about are in a slightly different part of the dungeon. I'll try to remember to point them out when I get there. But what's in the hatchery that you really want are these drakes, which are male dragons. Male dragons don't have wings, only the females do. But the drakes have drake scales. And we need to take these back to the Mosta Wade to get us some nice armor using them.
I shall.
And we get a statuette, which we can give to Alistair as a gift, if we want. Okay, back to the grind. Okay, this is the fork in the road that I meant earlier. So, there's two excuses to go right, actually. When you get to this chamber, you want to go right to get the drake scales, and then when you come to this fork, go right first. and that'll take you up to the highest chamber of the mountains. Then you can backtrack here and take this left road, which will take you towards the end of the quest. That's what I wanted to show you. So let's go.